guys, Mr. Fluffy Pants here. Today, guys, another video, and I just got back from seeing the new Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie, and I did do a couple trailer videos and all that, and if you've seen any of those, you know I was super duper excited for this movie. And oh yeah, before we get started, the first part's gonna be non-spoilers, and then we'll get into spoilers. I'll let you guys know when that happens, but like I said, I was really excited for this movie because, you know, I was a huge fan of the books whenever I, was younger. I mean, these things were, like, you feel like you shouldn't have them, but you do. But I did a whole separate video on that. Go check that out. But I mean, this movie I've been looking for. I heard about it right at the beginning of the year, or a little bit like November of last year, and ever since now I've been really excited for it. And you know, now it's finally here, and that's hard to believe for me. And I can just say from the trailers now, I was really expecting this movie, to be good, good at least, but I'm glad to say I really enjoyed the heck out of this movie from beginning to end. It's just, I don't know, this is just not like a regular horror movie. I don't know, there's something special about this movie, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but, it might be the director of it. I forgot his name, I'm sorry, it's like Andre something, but he's done a couple other, good horror movies in the past, or at least that I heard of. And, Guillermo del Toro produced it and all, but, I mean, oh my god, they put, like, so much care in this movie for, like, fans of the books and stuff, and, some of the classic monsters from the books are in this movie, like, like, you got Harold the Scarecrow, he's great in the movie, you got the Pale Lady, which, oh my gosh, she is creepy AF, and then you got, like, the new creature, which is kind of a, it's kind of like a new creature combined with an old creature, which is the Jangly Man, which he's kind of tying the story like, something Doty T or something, I forget, Doty Tai T or something like that. Forgot, but it's something like that in the book. And then you also got like the, God, what is it? Ollie at the Red Spot. That's also in this movie. And then there's like, some other stories too that ain't particularly from the books, but like, those monsters are great. Like my favorites are Harold, Pale Lady, and then the, Jangly Man. Like those three are great and so creepy, especially Harold and, the Pale Lady. And another thing this does is a really good horror. Like, we'll get into one specific scene later that it's not really jump scare horror, but it's just horrified me just watching it. And like, for a PG-13 movie, because this movie's PG-13, but it's more like a hard PG-13. It's right on the edge of PG-13 and rated R, but which, I mean, they really do, do their best with the rating, and like some of the stuff in here is horrifying. There's a couple of jump scares here and there, but they're really well built, I think, and it's kind of set up really well, I think. But the main characters in the movie, you got, it's pretty much a friend group, and, they have really good chemistry, and you can believe that, they're like realistic friends, because, I mean, they really are, because it's the three main ones, and, they kind of add Ramon later, which, he's kind of a, I can't really mention that here, because this is non-spoilers, but, he joins them later, and then even the sister's in there, but I mean, I really do find, like, the main 3 or 4 to be, good friends because, I mean, their chemistry's there, but this movie is definitely got some scary parts in it, so if you take a kid to it, be expecting them to get scared, because, I mean, it is scary stories to tell in the dark, but, I mean, I love this movie from beginning to end, and, it might be my favorite horror movie of the year. This might be, like, how I loved Halloween 2018 last year so much. This might be that movie this year for me. It really just depends on it. Chapter 2 is the only thing that could probably knock it off. I don't know yet, though. Maybe even Dr. Sleep for all I know, but, I really enjoyed this movie. I'll probably give it a 9 out of 10. I liked it that much. And, I don't know if that's just a little bit of me fanboying out over the books and stuff, but I mean, I give it a 9 out of 10. But now we're going to be transferring to some spoilers, and some of the spoilers are going to be specific scenes and scares and stuff like that. So if you don't want any of that spoiled for you and like Easter eggs to the books and stuff, then gonna skedaddle. But okay, so the scene that horrified me the most out of the entire movie is the very first scary story that unfolds before you, which is Harold the Scarecrow. So we see earlier there's like this one bully, he's like a group of bullies, but it's the main bully. He's the first one in the scary story book, because everybody that was in the house at the time that she said, Sarah Billows, tell me a scary story, everyone that was in the house, has something happen to him, and he was the first one to have something happen to him, which is, he has like this weird, like, enjoyment out beating this scarecrow on his family farm. I don't know. He beats it all the time. I don't know. It's really weird, but first story is about Harold coming to life and turning him into a scarecrow. So I mean, Harold is just creepy. The way he moves and it's just creepy. He's always got cockroaches on him. Like he's gonna be an iconic horror monster as soon. And also with the Pale Lady, I think they're gonna be iconic. But I mean, he's just so creepy the way he moves. And then, you know, the scene where he actually turns into the scarecrow, the bully, I forgot his name. I think his name's Tommy or something like that. But, you know, he like, hay starts coming out of his stomach and his mouth and his ears. And, you know, he's trying to pull it out and he's like, he's suffocating. I don't know. It's like really grotesque. And that was probably the, you know, not really jump scare horror, but the most psychological horror that, for me, during this entire movie. And it was just, like, I almost had to look away, even though I usually don't do that in horror movies, but it was just, you know, horrific, which, you know, I do really appreciate, but, you know, it's just horrific, and he's literally turned into Harold the Scarecrow. And, you know, something I was alluding to earlier with Ramon is he's actually a draft dodger, because this place takes place in 1968, I believe. And, you know, I do love the whole setting and atmosphere. The atmosphere for this movie is absolutely fantastic. And, you know, it does take place at Halloween, so this would be a great movie to watch on Halloween, by the way. But he's a draft dodger, and, you know, he's kind of met up with his friends and stuff. But, I mean, some of the other scary stories, like the Pale Lady, because the kid's been having the dream. He's like, I think Sarah Bells is going to use that against me. You know, it does, because they're, like, in the mental institution, like, I think Penhurst, actually. And, you know, the siren starts going off, and he sees the Pale Lady, and it's just creepy, and it takes him, and, you know, he disappears. I don't know if he's dead or not, but he's definitely gone. But same thing with Augie, their other friend. He's actually the first of the friend group to go with the toeless corpse. She comes and gets him. That scene is really well built. Like, oh my god, that is so scary and tense, because, you know, he's trying to grab onto, he's like scratching the floor and all. But he's also gone, so like, and then at the end of the movie, they don't even get them back. Like, they're just straight up gone. And, you know, at the end of the movie, they kind of set up for there to be a second one. They're like, we won't stop until we get them back, but, you know, whatever. And then, Chuck's sister, you know, one of the other friends, she's the one that actually has the red spot having, which, you know, is a spider bite, but it is like thousands of little spiders come out. And, you know, they actually do save her, and she's not killed, but apparently she's got psychological trauma or something like that. I don't remember, but at the end, she's, like, riding with the main character and her dad, and they're like, oh, we will not give until we get back Augie and Chuck, which, you know, is interesting. So I do hope they make a second one, because I think this is going to be really well, you know, like, I hope it does well commercially, but you know, this movie's just so well paced, and I don't know, and, you know, this is a great, like I said, this is a great movie to watch on Halloween, and I do believe that, because, you know, the haunted house, the creepy house, I don't know, it's really creepy. There's that whole backstory of Sarah Bellows, and she's trying to, you know, get out the truth that, you know, what her family's doing is wrong, and they were like, nope, she's crazy, put her in the basement. But, I mean, I don't know, I just love this movie from beginning to end, and even the credits were kind of cool. They're kind of styled in the way of, you know, the drawings from the, you know, the original books. The credits are a little bit with, like, the lines and tentacles and roots and stuff, but I love this movie from beginning to end. You know, Harold and the Pale Lady, and maybe even the Toeless Corpse, and Jangly Man. Jangly Man's really cool, so he's, like, multiple body parts that could, like, come together. They're all going to be iconic horror monsters, in my opinion, especially after, you know, this comes out on home video and all that kind of stuff. I believe this is going to have, you know, massive word of mouth. But, like I said, I give this movie about a 9 out of 10 because I loved it that much. I mean, I've been waiting for this movie forever. Now it's finally here, and I'm so glad that it's this good. But, anyway, guys, leave your thoughts on the movie down below. And did you love it as much as I did? Because I love this movie, you know, and I can't wait to watch it, you know, pretty much every Halloween now. But should be releasing, like, around October on Blu-ray and, you know, all that kind of good stuff. So, you know, that'd be the perfect movie to kind of rewatch them. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Check out my Twitter and Discord, link in the description. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.